Vague refers to something that is unclear or imprecise in its meaning or intention. Inconsistent, on the other hand, refers to something that does not remain the same or is not uniform in its behavior or quality.
I haven't been there, but seeing how they build it, the behind the scenes stuff would be kind of cool.
Yeah. I also put that on my list.
But it's 10 to 11.
For you, anyway.
It's 10 to 11 at the Omni, and I have Mattel at 10:30, so that probably won't happen.
Yeah. I also had the Hasbro G.I. Joe panel.
And then...
Isn't the Omni is the Redemption Room Hotel?
No, the big glass one across the street.
Oh, it's across the street on the...
White Frame used to stay in. Yeah, the big fancy one.
Way back in the day.
Turn around and the one on the left of gas lamp stuff, right? Because the right is...
Well, if you're looking, it's... Yes.
Like if you're about to cross the sidewalk and go into the main part of downtown.
Yeah, where everybody... Right where the railroad tracks are, it's to the right.
Oh, to the right? It's the first one to the right then? I thought
the big tall glass one.
Yeah, the Omni was like one of the first big hotels that they built.
Where's the Hard Rock
downtown
in relation to that?
Behind it, like further down.
Okay, that's it. It's Hard Rock second, Omni first.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I also had the Hasbro G.I. Joe panel at 10 because I thought it would be that. To me, I'm like I always like seeing the stuff that they're coming out with. Not that I'm going to buy it, but just
right. That's me.
Series.
Buy all that. Buy all that shit. I haven't opened any of it lately. Horrible. Marvel's Wolverine. So the PlayStation game coming out later this year. It's in Hall H at 11:15. I don't think it'll be horrible to get into because I don't know that Hall H isn't bad until 4:45 in Hall H is when the Lucas Museum panel is. So as you get closer to that, it's going to be harder to get into Hall H. But actually Thursday is a heavy Hall H day for me. So I selected Marvel. So I have Wolverine 11:15. Stuart Fails to Save the Universe at 2:15. Sorry, everything's in military time. I have to translate it for the civilians. Right? Collider's Directors on Directing at 3:30 till 4:30. But then that leads into the Lucas Art, to the Lucas Museum. So that's likely what I will be doing, which means I'll miss the AI panel and thematic tunes from Star Wars to Pokemon. Both of those sound super entertaining. And then as soon as Lucas is over, A24 has a panel for Onslaught, the Terminator looking movie that they have coming out. Well, I don't no, it's Terminator. It's this chick, and she was in the military. She's like super badass. She's retired, and now they're making these super soldiers that come and hunt her and her kids or something. It looks badass, and it has that hot chick from Andor in it.
Yeah, it has
Adriana Arjona.
Wow, I just spaced her character's name. Yeah, Adriana Arjona.
Vix,
something like that.
Yeah, Andor's girlfriend. Andor's baby mama.
Andor's, yeah.
And then
they're the other.
And then there's also Aliens 40th anniversary, but that's at the same time as A24. So I'd probably rather do A24.
There is a decent lineup.
Well, A24 is in Bar 20, and then Aliens is in 6A.
That room's going to be a mess. You're not making it into the Aliens 40 without going in there early. I don't think.
Yeah, he is.
6A though. Those ones are. Oh yeah.
But I mean, Sigourney's not there, so it's just like the Space Marines. Everybody's seen Michael Biehn, right? Like, who cares?
No, Michael Bihn's not even supposed to be there. It looks like it's just going to be.
What did he put out?
It's only 3 of them.
Man, Jeanette Goldstein, Mark Ralston, and Ross Rico. Yeah, no, you can walk into that one. And then again, I just put stuff that even the girls would be interested in. So also at 6 is Marvel Rivals, Meet the Cast. So like talking with the voice actors and stuff. And then at 7 is Raising Fan Kids, teaching young geeks to be self-confident and successful. So yeah, just stuff that I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting. That sounds interesting.
For me, the other stuff I had for Thursday was Bear McCreary, musical world building. Because like he did the music for like The Walking Dead and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like Deadwood.
Hey, I'm 50. I can't help.
Right? They make blue pills for that.
One that I thought was interesting and kind of applied to us is that they have one that's called Blind Bags, Chases, and the Psychology of Collecting. It looks like that might be, to me, I was like, maybe I'll see if I can find that. Like, hopefully they post it. Like, I hope they go back to posting some of this stuff afterwards, because some of these panels, like the ones that don't necessarily have like guests,
licensing,
or they're going to have licensing problems, because to me, I think that's kind of cool. Like, because we've all been in that, right? Like, we've all dealt with that type of stuff before. So hearing the psychology behind it and that type of thing, I think would be interesting. Batman Cape Crusader Season 2, cast and crew thing.
That's on my thing. I didn't mention it, but that's on my.
I mean, I have the Stan Lee final chapter documentary screening, but I'll probably just grab that after it goes online. And then upcoming video games to be excited for. That was my Thursday.
GTA 6.
GTA 6, and that's it, right? Upcoming video games to be excited for. It's just the GTA 6 trailer on repeat for an hour.
Yeah, pretty much. So then Friday, first thing in the morning at 10 is the Lucasfilm Publishing, but also at 10 is TMNT celebrating 300 issues of Turtle Power and The Last Ronin. 10:15, Marvel Rivals Ignite the Summer. So that's all their upcoming stuff.
And then also at 10, I had marked the Prime Video Blade Runner 2099 and the Lord of the Rings Rings of Power. Not that I'm interested in that one, but the Blade Runner one I might be interested in, like the show.
But see, the Rings of Power has Jamie Campbell Bower. So if he decides to show up, I will have to go. Maybe.
Well, there you go.
We'll have to see how independent my big one is this year. Well, Saturday, she's probably camping Hall H all day.
Mm-hmm.
At 11, Lucasfilm High-End Star Wars Collectibles. 1:30, 25 Years of Pearls Before Swine. I love that comic in the newspaper. It's hilarious. And then Hope Against Hope, Lanterns and Hall H. Probably not going to happen. But, again, you put everything on there, you see what happens.
Before that, I had 1 o'clock, I had the Hollywood Location Scouts. I think that type of thing is cool. Like how those guys figure out.
Right, like where we're going to film. Like,
well, yeah, because I watched a video where they were doing like the locations for Stand By Me, and like they found like where the old water tower is that they walk by when they're walking along the railroad tracks, and like the railroad tracks were taken out decades ago, and it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like, how did this guy, this location scout like come here and go, yep, this would be a perfect place to film, right? Like.
Right.
That type of stuff to me has always been fascinating. And then I had the Star Wars books from Random House on mine as well. And then Lanterns.
Hasbro Star Wars panel. It's fun. I'm not like super into them anymore, but I was there when they announced the Ghost, and that was pretty exciting.
Star Wars Memories, the early days of Star Wars SDCC and fandom.
I have that one on there too. But before that, I have Marvel Comics to Screen, X-Men 97. I have not started season 2 yet at all.
I've heard it's good.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it so far. Steelbook Unlocked, Collector's Corner. Because when I buy my DVDs, I do like to have Steelbooks because that is nice packaging. Yeah,
a more collector's edition.
Yeah,
that they won't take away from you.
Exactly. Sony. Star Wars Memories. King of the Hill at the Indigo Ballroom at 4.
I also had, kind of going back to what we were talking about before with the Disney bloggers and vloggers, the pit and heated rivalry, fandom and entertainment journalism versus criticism. When is it too much?
Yes. Yep.
I think that'll be rare, because those are two things that are very recent things in the media that I think have been very, polarizing. So making Star Wars the experience, you better go to that.
Yeah, I know.
Even though Spaceballs, the Comic-Con panels at the same time, but it's Star Wars the experience.
Making Star Wars the experience goes right into the Galaxy's Edge panel, which I have enjoyed the last couple years.
Yes. Yep.
Weird that it's on Friday. It seems like it's always been later, but I guess Friday's Star Wars Day. Yeah.
Friday is Star Wars Day, yeah.
Spotlight on Jen Cummings, Winnie the Pooh, and Hondo. He's one of the special guests for Comic-Con this year, one of the highlighted guests, so he gets his own panel.
I do have the Star Wars tourism visiting the galaxy far, far away on Earth, which is right after Galaxy's Edge. Making the World of Fallout at the Atomic Museum. I'm sure you have that one on yours.
It is. Yep.
Breaking into voice acting for games and animation. I picked that because I'm often told that I have a face for radio. So thanks, Jack. But I've also been told too, like, my voice is very distinctive, and they're like, "Do you do radio work?" And I'm like, "No," because I have no confidence in myself and I hate hearing my own voice. But okay, thanks, bye.
Why are you still talking to me? even though I won't go to it, Spike and Mike's Sick and Twisted Animation Festival and Star Wars Trivia Party.
Yep. I also have action figure horror stories. Just because the definition is they dissect true toy collecting nightmares, sticky plastic, canceled toy lines, accessory issues, the Star Wars early bird certificate debacle, and more. So I think that might be kind of cool. And then we can roll into Saturday. I actually don't have that much on Saturday. My Saturday, if I was with you guys, was super light. I started out with
pretty light.
Star Wars Universe or Star Trek Universe at 12:30. Like that's my first thing on there.
Nerd. No, at 10 I have Batman Nightfall Part 1, but I have nothing until 4. Bringing Star Wars Zero Company to life. Meet the cast behind the anticipated tactical Star Wars game.
I have the Apple TV panel at 2 and Reacher's back and Nagley's in at 3:30 because I really like Reacher.
See, some of that, it's going to depend on if I want to do Hall H on Saturday.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Yep. Because then at 5:30 is... Yeah. And then hip hops and comics, cultures combining, which would be entertaining. And then Marvel and Hall H at 5:30. It just depends, right? I have Masters of the Universe, The Power of Storytelling. So if I couldn't make it into Hall H, I probably would try to do the Masters panel. Just because they are going to talk about all of it. The movie, the TV, like it's going to be all encompassing, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Do you have a look back at animated series from the 80s on yours?
I don't.
There you go. That's at 6:30 at room 7AB.
I do have the Hillywood show, that video I sent you guys. Yeah. So since my friend worked on that, I'll probably try to make that one.
Question: how come the video is 8 minutes, but the behind the scenes is like 2 hours?
Dude,
and 45?
right?
I watched the video and then I was like, they're like, do you want to watch the behind the scenes? And I said, sure. And I clicked on it and then I was like, holy shit, this is nope, I'm not watching 2.5 hours of this.
I haven't even started watching it, so it's fine.
Then I have Grogu's World, the science behind the Mandalorian at 7:30.
And I put an evening with Kevin Smith, but again, it's cool if it happens, but ain't nobody tripping on it.
The other one that I had at 7:30 is Selling the Hit, what you always wanted to know about the stunt industry, just because that's a film thing and that like a film adjacent thing. Wait, and then I have
the what industry?
Selling stunt industry.
Stunt. Okay.
Like stunts. And then I had
skunks.
Yeah, skunks.
I just didn't hear. I was like, I didn't hear any of it. I was like, what was it? Stunts. Okay, stunt.
But like they have one of them has the stunt double for Diana Gurria, and then the double for Wayne Johnson.
Her Walking Dead stunt double, or
I think these guys actually follow probably both. I'm guessing they follow them around. Like that's what once they kind of find somebody who looks like them, like it's part of their deal is that that's the person that comes to the set. They have Dwayne Johnson's stunt double.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'm on that panel because I stunt double for The Rock.
And then I also put the Cyanide and Happiness stuff we shouldn't draw just because the same as you for that other one for the Pearls Before Swine. Like reading that shit. And I have 2 things for Sunday.
Yeah.
I have conspiracy theories and propaganda throughout pop culture on Sunday. And then Welcome to New Vegas, Vault Dweller.
I have TMNT 1990s screenwriter Turtle Gabfest.
Nice.
AI in the creative industries, Where We Stand. And then Welcome to New Vegas.
It's nice to have stuff on Sunday because we never used to have shit on Sunday. Like
for last minute shit, watch Supernatural and Doctor Who and then leave.
Yeah. Yeah. Be done by noon. Like, Lou, any of that stuff sound interesting to you? Some of it? Maybe not. Maybe
sure. Some. I mean,
it's all stuff he will circle on his list.
A lot of it, probably. But I don't know, man. You caught me at the wrong time. I'm just like, I'll get to Comic-Con when I get to Comic-Con. I'm all thinking about the shit I got to do tomorrow at work. So it's like, because obviously,
I'm already on vacation, so I can get excited for it.
It's easy for you in that sense, and usually it's easy for me. But knowing that my supervisor is useless, which is why I got a portfolio sooner than I should have. So it's like, part of me is like, honestly, I be GAF, man. It's like whatever. And the other part is those boards already have latched on to me, and it's like, oh, thank God we've got somebody who's competent. So it's like, hopefully they can just chill for a week. And it's like, just calm down, y'all. It'll be all right. But I will. What I know is going to happen. Look, I've got a long ass drive Tuesday, right? Going straight, not quite straight through because we'll stop for food and stuff like that. But
Right.
But overall, that's 15 hours basically straight through, and that's a lot of time where I'm sure when I'm driving, she's gonna be looking at the schedule and we could talk about stuff and what we're doing for this, what we're doing for that, and then when she's driving, I'll be looking at stuff. So I don't doubt one bit that come Tuesday, it's gonna be on. But right now, because of the way crap was handed to me on Friday, it was like whatever.
But all that matters is that you're able to take the full time off you wanted and are going to get paid for the majority, if not all of it.
That's kind of what crossed my mind. It's like, I didn't have to work an extra 40 hours to get paid for 40 hours. So it's like I'm throwing in maybe 18 over the course of the last week plus, and most of it was today, honestly. Today was an 8-hour day and a little bit here and there. And even though some of it's my own training that I'm doing that they should have done, it's like, I am getting rewarded. So it's like, but I think it's more of because of the incompetence directly above me. It's like, what am I going to come back?
Yeah.
But all
a problem to solve, Lou, which is what you like.
What's that?
A problem to solve, which is what you like.
I know. That's the other side of that. It's like, ooh. Like today, I had 92 emails when I opened my shit up at 11, and I closed it down with 18 emails left. And some of those I couldn't answer because I need accounting notes. So it's like, I got a lot done. So tomorrow could be a little more of an F-off day, knowing it's last minute stuff and I got to do laundry after work, blah, blah, blah. And pack, that little thing they call
packing.
It would be good to have clothes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to buy everything, but yeah, I am going back to my old school ways though. When I packed up this place, I boxed up a lot of older shirts that are just beat up. And I was like, you know what? I'm taking like 4 shirts and I know I'm going to get the Symbiote one. And I know I got the yesterday's one pre-ordered. So I already got 2 shirts waiting for me. So
and you're probably going to have at least 2 more Roosevelt shirts if you need them.
Yeah, which is doable on the Monday drive because obviously I won't wear it Wednesday through Sunday. But yeah, so there's at least, you're probably right, 2 of those. So it's like I'm not even worried about clothes. I got a new package of socks. They'll be brand new. I'm a what do they pop the seal, whatever you call it?
Yep, pop the tag.
I'm gonna pop the tag on my socks on Tuesday. So
2 pairs of jeans and you're good to go.
And cargo pants, more pockets.
Cargo pants. There you go. Well, and also the other point is, while you're gone, there's nothing you can do about what happens anyways. It's going to happen regardless of whether you're here or not. Like
that's somewhat true. If there's something I know that somebody doesn't, they're like, "Hey, Lou," I told them they can text me, but I told them I wouldn't answer until it's my convenience. It was like, you can text me all you want. You may or may not get an answer. But if I'm in line for something and I have the option to message you, I'll message you back.
You actually have a signal.
Right? It's like okay, you got to text once, spell something incorrectly, and then let me know how important it is. If it's spelled correctly, then I need to call you. If it's not, it's like it's bullshit. But no, I told them like just text me because I'd rather them spend 30 seconds asking me about something than 30 minutes looking up something.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's like, hey, do you know what's going on with this asphalt work over here? Yeah, they weren't supposed to do it. That's what's going on because that actually happened this week. So little stuff like that. So, but listening to what you guys had to say and the things that are at the panel, none of them are like, God, yeah, that one. But there's some, like Jack said, I'll circle almost all of them and be like, if I make it to this, I'm not going to be sad. Obviously, Marvel. And then I'll check and see what Magic panels they have. Because, again, I haven't looked at anything. So I'm sure the same Mark Rosewater panel, he'll still doing the same thing in 24 AB or whatever route it is.
Mm-hmm.
I did see Magic in there a few times. I think I saw at least 2 different Magic panels while I was kind of scrolling through the list. I don't know if they're doing anything in the hotel next door like they did like the last several years because they got reamed last year for not being a sponsor and they rented a product. The day I went over there, I got to play one event and was like, okay, I want to do another one. Sorry, we're out of product. Magic didn't back us this year. I'm like, what a bunch of dumb. Why would Magic not back you? New set coming out, got me back into Magic. And it's like, y'all don't have product. So I went and told them that they had. So
you should.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. But yeah, there's a lot of that. Obviously, not like the gaming stuff. Yeah, I don't care. The comic stuff, don't care. Most things, Transformers, Magic, Star Wars, likely are the ones I'll be looking at. I don't watch a lot of TV. I might end up going with Allie to a bunch of her panels. Because when I'm sitting there doing my thing, she's watching her shows, and I'm watching her shows because they're on. And I like Tracker, Abbott Elementary, Ghosts, there's a bunch of different shows that she watches. And I'm like, and she just looks at me because I'll talk. I'm black, so I'll talk through all her shows. I'm like, many people are stupid. Why they do this? What's going on with that? I'm just like half-ass paying attention. So she tolerates a lot of me.
If you pay attention, you would know some shit.
Right? It's like,
if you guys,
I didn't have a job for a year. I couldn't afford to pay attention.
If you guys do make it into the Star Wars trivia, you got to call me and let me get in on that shit. At least listen in.
Yeah, we'll have Jack with his ear ed pieces in. That way they can't tell that we're on a call.
Yeah.
And you can listen to all the questions. And be like, you better get on your freaking Google fingers.
Right.
That's the one you won the year we went, right, Jack? Like you won like a prize.
Yeah,
like
I did. I won a book or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny. I don't know why this made me think of it, but I still go back to 2009, 17 years ago, Con, when you won fucking Mass Effect 2 and going to a panel or something like that. That's still stuck in my head for whatever reason.
And it got me into it eventually.
Right.
You started playing. I'm like, oh, I got Mass Effect 2 from Comic-Con like 20 years ago.
So I have a question. So now that Sony has pulled back from doing the releases on other platforms, I know you're an Xbox dude. So what's your interest in going to the Wolverine game? The Wolverine game.
Fill me in. Sony is going exclusive PlayStation?
Well, they're pulling. So they were kind of doing the Microsoft thing of that their stuff was coming out for other platforms sooner than it used to. They've had that stance for the last couple of years. And so it was, okay, I could see why Jack would want to go to that panel because it's probably in the next year or so was going to be available on Xbox and PC and so on. But then they changed their path along with no more physical media, which we haven't had we should have a conversation about that at some point, especially for Jack. I'm sure you have some opinions on that.
I do.
And I'm guessing you do too, Lou, because I mean, you've collected physical media in the past, not necessarily video games, but DVDs and stuff.
I don't understand it enough to have an opinion yet, because for me, it's real simple. I don't have to have a disc. As long as I can download the game and own the game and play it off a hard drive and then have 15 hard drives, I'm fine with that. It's just that if I download it, then they say you don't have the right to play your own game that you downloaded. That's where I have a problem. And I don't know which the situation is. If it's downloadable and it's yours and you can play it whenever you want, online or off, especially off, I don't care. That's fine. I don't
We'll get into that in a couple weeks.
Yeah. It's a bigger. Well, I'll say
I do have a PS5. I do have a PS5.
Okay. I didn't know you had a PS5.
Play it.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. That answers
a few years ago.
That answers my question, because I was like, why would you be curious in a game you're not going to be able to play for the foreseeable future? But you will be able to. So
yeah, I got the Spider-Man games and stuff. So have I played them? No, because it's in the casita, and we all know how the casita is.
And they don't have achievements, so he doesn't care.
Yeah, they do. They're trophies. It just goes to a different account. Speaking of which, though, Power Wash Simulator came out with their Star Wars this week, so
we know what you're doing when you get home.
My boy was cleaning AT-AT earlier this week. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he was.
I cleaned the Lars homestead already and the cantina.
And how'd you handle the bodies?
They weren't there yet. Uncle Owen was yelling at me. And then Wooher's like,
waste of
we
water.
don't serve your kind here. Right? I'm just sitting there. I just had it on auto spray, dude. I didn't even stop spraying water. Just spraying everywhere. Flaunting.
Yeah, you were.
So you go into the cantina and you're a power washing droid. Wooher's like, no.
And you're like,
Chalman's like, no, the Carillion, Han Solo, paid for it, so just let him do his thing. So as you get further along, more story happens, and Chalman's like, there's stormtroopers looking for some kind of plans. You didn't have anything to do with that, did you? And he's like, wait, no, Wooher's over there talking to them. So he's snitching. Bitch ass bartender.
You remember the day that when Wooher came out, when they announced it at Comic-Con, and everybody was like back when action figure announcements actually had some weight.
Meant something. Right.
Meant something.
Wait, that person has a name? Wow.
Well, I mean, Wooher is really the... Wooher is really the...
Keeper has a name? Everybody lost their mind.
Right. Well, but Wooher really was the first Glub Shido of Star Wars, right? The first one that we saw that just was there and didn't have, he had lines, but he had no... relation really to the story outside of ratting them out. But sorry, I've been watching the Star Wars Explained guy go through the Glub Shidos of all the different movies and TV shows and stuff like that. Yeah. Excited you guys are going to Comic-Con this year. The Comic-Con is here. It is Comic-Con time.
Yeah. It is this week.
Yeah.
This week. We won't be back next week. I know. I know it makes everybody sad. We won't be here next week.
What did Allie?
We'll see how
what did old girl say?
Maybe I'll put an AI episode together.
She did get her thing in the mail. like in May.
It's probably in the living room somewhere, Lou, in a box, pissing you off.
Yeah, it's probably on a floor somewhere.
She took care of that place. Looks like it's livable. I went off so hard that I came in one day and was like, she took all this to the basement. Okay, I guess she doesn't want me to bring bitches home. So, or
She
me
didn't go
being at
home to
bitches'
bitches.
house. Yeah, that too. I was like, or me not coming home.
Lou goes into the backyard and there's just a pile of shit on fire. Wait, what?
Works for me.
You did this to me.
But yeah, I walked in Wednesday. That sounds right. I walked in Wednesday and it was like, kitchen's all straightened out, things put away. Doesn't look like it's just a trailer park trash. And it was like, okay, don't get me wrong, there's still some work to be done because still going through some stuff and organizing. But overall, though, I was like, all right, this is tolerable.
Well, good.
I'll put
I'm
out
glad
now.
your post-Comic-Con will be nice.
Right? It was like, okay, I'll put out. That's fine. I was going to withhold for a while there.
You've earned it.
Mm-hmm.
Who's my good girl?
Exactly. Who gets to be my buffet?
Who's my good girl? None of us can ever run for office now, you know. Just
bullshit, man. Homelander style.
Hey, no, you know what?
He would have won the presidency.
Because people want to watch all this, and then, you know what? At least our views will go up. So we might not win the office, but at least our podcast will get monetized.
And we're used to being in Zoom calls. So really, we already have the city council piece down.
No, I would win my office. Because the people who weren't going to vote for me weren't going to vote for me anyway. And the ones on the fence are going to vote for me because I'm black, trans, and gay. So, yeah.
See, I know how to raise my hand. I have a question.
Raise my hand, too.
Okay.
Yeah, without your soundbar. Without your soundboard, you're nothing.
No, I have it.
Oh, okay.
What? You brought it with you?
It's uploaded. Very nice. No, it's part of Riverside, so I have all my sounds.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a physical thing, a keyboard.
And then, wait. Go back to talking about your roommate, Lou.
Hey Lou, I didn't catch that. What was that about your roommate again? Okay, now I got it. Thanks. All right. Real quick, my friend is in Ohio right now. And I guess that's where Dave Chappelle is. Like he's in the same vicinity as Dave Chappelle. So he went and saw Dave Chappelle's comedy club, and I think he owns a restaurant there and stuff. And I guess the stories are told that he just wanders around and just, he's just a part of the community. So my friend was there the entire day looking around for him, didn't find him. And I go, because you were not just there. You were there looking for him. There's no way he knows that. He's like, oh, white man's looking for me. I'm not, fuck that. I'm staying inside today.
Yeah.
Right? You have to go to Trader Joe's and you'll bump into him in the organic fruit section.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody knows that. That's Lou's favorite part of Trader Joe's. If he's going to be doing some white person shit, he's going full white person, and he's going to be in the organic fruit section of Trader Joe's. That's the whitest thing that...
Bottle of $2 Chuck in my hand. That's the rule when you go to Trader Joe's, man.
Anytime I go to they have the weekend of Disney, they have the Wine and Cheese Festival, and before the Disney trips, I would go to Trader Joe's and I'd be like, can I talk to your wine person? And they'd be like, okay. I would go, I'm going to, what do you want? I'm like, no, the person for the wine selection. Nobody ever wants to talk to me. All they want to do is just know about wine. Sorry. So I would be like, okay, I'm going to this party and I need something that's not more than $10, but I need them to think that it's something nice. And every time they'd be like, this is $7 and it tastes amazing. And I'm like, perfect. And you know how many times I take that shit to the party and people would come around, who has this bottle? Because it's great. And I'm just like, okay, number one, you're on your fourth bottle. And number two, it was me.
At this point, you're drinking salt water, dude. Favorite real wine.
Right?
You could drink salt water. You wouldn't even
grape
know.
Juice. It's Welch's.
Yeah.
Come on now. We don't waste that.
I just pour it into a wine bottle.
Drink that straight safe from the can.
No. I pour it in the wine bottle so people don't know.
Yeah.
Nope. I take my little triangle thing, pop, and drink that from the can, the big can. Family size one.
Lou's out here Lou's out here shotgunning. Lou's out here is shotgunning the giant can. He's like,
man, I will go old school and put that little oil can thingy, that little cracker, that metal one. Just.
How'd you do that, Lou? Can you show us again?
Yeah, you just do that thing. You just go, just pop it in there.
What if you had two cans that you had?
You have to hold it at the bottom, Lou.
Yeah, you need to balance it,
man. The thighs will hold the bottom. You got to make sure the shit don't tip over.
How fucking long is your bottle, Lou? Jesus Christ!
You need to switch to the YouTube version for the last 10 minutes of the pod, please.
I can't wait to see what the automated closed captioning says. Lewis is acting like he's giving fellatio. Now Jack is acting like he's giving fellatio.
While cradling the balls.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Jack cradles the balls. Jack's a more effective, efficient lover than Lewis. Shit.
My stomach hurts now.
Do you have your balls?
All right,
I don't have
about
abs doing this.
Try to
I don't know
raise
how
your ball
better
hair.
abs doing this podcast since we laughed so much.
Boys, I'm sorry I can't be there with you. I think I say that
You know
every
what?
year.
All you got to do is skip out an EDC and use that money for con. You'd be good to go.
Well, we will see. Well, next year is going to be weird, but we'll figure it out. We have a lot of roads to cross to get, or bridges to cross to get to that point.
Ooh, hopefully we can burn some of them.
If we keep doing the podcast, I'm sure we will.
I'll make a point to make sure that happens. Who don't we like this year?
Did we already talk? Had I seen Obsession?
Yeah, we talked about that last week. Yeah.
What did we didn't see anything last week.
Getting opening Tuesday? Because nothing was out.
Yeah, nothing was out.
I looked, and it was like, nope.
Not even like any of like the re-releases, like the 30 or 40 year anniversary. Like even right now, none of that looked interesting to me. None of them I was like, ooh. I think at like the end of the month.
What's now? Odyssey? I guess you can go watch Odyssey on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go see Odyssey in 70mm.
Stuff.
Normal
I was
people
telling
are
Jack
into good
that there
movies,
was,
though.
I saw a video of... Sorry,
normal people are into good movies, so...
No more people are into good movies. I agree. No more people are into good.
No, normal people.
Because I haven't seen one.
Are you trying to do the nobody joke on me?
What nobody joke?
You don't know anything?
His name was No Man. They said nobody?
It's been nobody
I believe
forever,
it's supposed
bro.
to be No Man. Isn't it supposed to be No Man?
It's nobody.
His name was No Man?
Nobody.
No, man?
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. I ain't read it in 25 years, so I'll take your word for it.
You've had 3,000 years to read it.
35 years since I read that. Because I was a fucking teenager, like in high school, when I read that.
That's actually not in the movie, so...
What? The whole Cyclops thing with No Man or Nobody?
The Cyclops
whatever?
is, but the nobody
that whole
thing...
Story, what? Yeah.
I don't know how they change it, but we'll see.
Wasn't going to watch it anyway in the theater. That just adds to it.
I did read a thing saying that Christopher Nolan's going to take like 3 years off because he said this movie like almost broke him. Like making this movie almost. It was just so exhausting.
I mean,
like,
I guess
intense.
Making bad movies will do that.
Name a bad Christopher Nolan movie, though.
Let's see. Inception.
Whoa,
Tenet.
sir.
They're not good movies. Critically speaking, they're not good movies. Entertainment-wise, they're both fantastic. There you go. I named two. Although
I really liked them, but they were awful.
Yeah. Entertainment versus good, not the same thing.
I mean, I guess.
But on the bright side, that movie does have a 95% critic rating and a 97% verified rating and a 92% all audience rating. So it's like hit or miss. It's like, oh God, this is great. Or this movie is boring as shit. But it could still be boring as shit and be good. Nothing wrong with a slow burn. People who don't like slow burns are the ones that are probably hating it. It's a 2 hour and 52-minute movie. I mean, it's going to be slow and boring for 2 hours and 52 damn minutes. Come on, man.
Yeah. Nothing's entertaining for that long.
We can have this conversation later, but I think if you're going to have a movie that's over 2.5 hours, you need to have a fucking intermission. Like, back in the day, they used to have a fucking intermission. Like, if that shit was going to be like, if you're watching Swan Lake, that shit's got, that shit had an intermission. Like, give us a goddamn intermission, man. Like, I don't want to miss shit to go pee.
Yeah,
I don't want to have to.
252. Bring a diaper.
I don't want to have to go to the website. When can I go pee? And have them tell me, okay, at this point, you won't miss anything if you go to the bathroom. Like,
you don't know how long it takes me to pee.
That's true.
But anyways, we should go to bed.
Yeah,
Lou has work to do.
Jack's got to go continue on his party. Are you going to Disneyland tomorrow?
Yeah, we're going to go for a little bit because we were only there for a little bit today. So we didn't get Smuggler's Run or Rise. We didn't even go to Galaxy's Edge. All right.
Wow.
We had dinner with my brothers. Like, you went to Disneyland without going to Galaxy's Edge. I'm like, I'm a pass holder, bro. I do what I want.
Oh, whenever.
When I want.
Yeah.
Hey, you haven't gotten your IDs yet, right?
No. The line wasn't horrible last time we were here. So we'll see. And tomorrow's Monday too, so maybe it won't be bad at all.
That reminds me. I thought about that after we left. I'm surprised you didn't get it because it did not seem like a long line at all. The way people always talking about it was this, and we were there, and it was like, this ain't shit. What are you talking about?
Yeah, who knows? Who knows what my mental slot was then? But no, and then I want to do Soarin' because it's Soarin' over America. So I want to see if it's different than it was in Florida.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But no, just chilling. Just whatever. little bit of shopping. Just a little bit, though, because Comic-Con.
Gosh.
Just a scotch. A little bit.
What are you doing on Tuesday?
Checking out as late as we possibly can. Go to the cemetery, visit the dead parents, and slowly drive down to San Diego.
That's the booze.
No actual like event to do in San Diego. Like we're gonna go to SeaWorld.
Yeah, just chilling, sleeping, check into the hotel and just sleep. You know,
Get ready for the
charge
next
up
5
batteries.
days.
Yep, of no sleep, like the Beastie Boys. No sleep till Monday.
Dun.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be a good parody song to make if somebody hasn't already done it.
Well, the good thing is, since we're not here next week, you can listen to half this podcast next week, and then the other half the following week, and it's like we weren't even gone because we've been talking for 2 hours now.
Can you time it and just post half of it
I could,
and then
and put a break in there.
Yeah,
Just
Find
find
a
a
spot
good,
and it's like,
a good
shit,
place
just-
that it's.
yeah, just
To be continued. I might do that.
and
We'll
then
see.
after that it'll be the SDCC follow-up, especially since the last half of this conversation was mostly SDCC. So the Sunday we leave SDCC will be the Sunday that the people will hear about it, and the following they can get all the stories.
Yeah. I might do that. So sorry you had to wait 2 weeks to hear the end of this podcast.
Not really, though.
Not really. Sociopaths. But anyways,
Gents.
we'll be back with post Comic-Con love,
Have,
all the
We're
cool
not
shit
sure
we
which.
saw, or hate. No,
have
I've never
a-
left Comic-Con angry.
Viva España!
Have a great Comic-Con, guys.
Oh, we will.
And we'll catch you guys when you get back.
On the chit-chat, brah. Bye, y'all.
World Cup winners.